Happy Sunday, you all. This has been like so pressed on me this week, and one of the things that's moving me to tears, I'm actually gonna do these two together, and then I'm gonna figure out how to make them reels on Instagram later. The first being that you are going from messed over to blessed over. Okay, and for me, how he's highlighting it the most is with work. And to be a part of organizations and communities where it's business, but it's truly like iron sharpens iron, and it's kingdom focused, and it's so much love, and it's so much beautiful and selfless leadership. Like, it's humbling because I know he's calling me into more leadership roles, but as time continues, he'll continue to call me higher and higher, and to have the opportunity to be poured into by so many amazing God-fearing leaders. I got to a point with the work situation, like I was like, this is not it. I would never treat people I was responsible for like this. I would never not care about them. And that is something I think I kind of always knew with, not being able to work for myself, and even just who you get to work with, like choosing who you get to work with and stuff. And I'm so thankful for that in this season of my life. And so y'all know there was a whole situation. I was messed over for years, right? God is making up for it. From messed over to blessed over. And what I'm doing now, where he's placed me now, it 1000% makes up for what's been going on all these years. To feel like leadership does not have your back. To feel like they could care less. And also being in an environment where God is not the focus. When you are so heavily anointed and called, and God is using you, it's hard to be in places where, like, he's not mentioned. Right? Now, understanding he places you in different places to be a light, right? But to be somewhere where there's more light, to be in multiple places where there's more light and I'm getting poured into, I'm so thankful for that. And so for me, yes, it is work, but he's doing it in every arena. You're going from messed over to blessed over. Even like if we talk about the relationships, right? Might have been in relationships and seasons, and what he's highlighting today is just like the love we poured into the wrong people, right? For whatever reason, because we're so loving and we just gave so much of ourselves. We were losing ourselves, giving so much of ourselves in these wrong relationships. That could be argued as being messed over. But God is putting us in positions now where we're being blessed over. The spouse I have for you is going to correct it. That's the word he gave me last night in prayer. Correction. They're going to pour what you've poured into so many people for so many years. They're pouring that into you. We are literally going from being messed over to blessed over. And I thank him for that. All the stuff I used to cry about, I'm crying about it now because it's the exact opposite, because the correction is coming in, right? So the last part of this, a supernatural synchronicity. And I don't have the definition, and that's about to make me... Okay, I looked it up. Synchronicity is the simultaneous occurrence of events, and they don't seem to be related, yet there is a casual connection. Every single area that he has placed me is lining up to the point to where the other day I said, God, I might have bit off more than I can actually handle right now. This might not be what you want me to do. Supernatural synchronicity. This area is lining up with this area. What they talk about over here is being re-emphasized and taught over here. Supernatural synchronicity, right? They ain't got nothing to do with each other. These two things I was talking about. And yet, there is a casual connection. Come on, Holy Spirit. The connection is the Holy Spirit. It's God's alignment in his assignment for you. That is what's causing such a supernatural synchronicity. We even see it amongst his mouthpieces, his watchmen and stuff, right? It's like a super sync going on. Like, we all saying the same thing. Why? Because of his Holy Spirit. And last but not least, I think one of the most exciting things for me is truly the alignment of the vision and the purpose when it comes to the kingdom relationship. How did you make everything he got going on match up so perfectly with everything that I have going on? That is a supernatural synchronicity. Seemingly has nothing to do with each other, and yet there's a casual connection. That is God's Holy Spirit. It's syncing up. And in the syncing up, y'all, there is a power up. And I'm just so incredibly thankful. And I pray that y'all feel both of those things in this season. And if you don't, know that it's coming. This is alignment. This is what alignment feels like. That's what he's been telling me. Like, I just be on the floor crying. Okay, I gotta tell you, he just reminded me what happened last night. But I just be on the floor crying because I've never been in this place. And whenever I tell him that, he's like, this is what alignment feels like. Being aligned with my perfect will for your life. And we only get there when we surrender. Sacrifice and surrender. That's what I told y'all. He told me when I did that fast in the book. Again, if you haven't got it, it's in the description box. But that's what he told me. And I had to sacrifice everything, surrender everything. And that is what has brought me into divine alignment. Now, the last thing I'm going to tell y'all, I was praying, and usually when I'm going to be on the floor, like if I feel it coming over me, I like to do that in my bedroom. But the way the Spirit hit me last night, I was on the other side of the house praying like, I'm not going to make it. That's what I told God. Sat there crying, reflecting, thanking him. It's like he will give me highlight reels of everything I've been through, all the many nights over the last years I've been walking around that house praying, right? And how the different prayers are being answered and they're coming into manifestation right now. I was laying there laughing, crying, and I had ended up laying on my back and looking up at the ceiling in the office. Like, I pray in the office. It's just that's not usually where he hits me. And I thank God for that too, because the Holy Spirit gonna do what he do. Like, he heavy in multiple areas of the house now, right? But I looked up and I saw my little like the fire detector, alarm detector thing that be up on the ceilings. And all I noticed was the green light blinking. And I was like, is this why you had me fall out in this room particularly tonight, so that I would see that? And I started laughing. And you got the green light. Do what you want to. Right? Because we are in alignment. What you're wanting, what you're desiring, what you're wanting to do, you have the green light from God because you're in alignment. He has placed those desires in your heart. You have take delight in the Lord, and I will give you the desires of my heart. I'm slightly dyslexic, so it's either Psalms 37:4, which I think that is what it is, or 34:7. I think it's 37:4. I don't know. But take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. And literally, like, I just start laughing. That's all I heard. Got the green light. Do what you want to. Go. Right? Like, got the green light, y'all. So, from messed over to blessed over and supernatural synchronicity. Let's do green hearts again if you made it to the end, okay? Green hearts, because we got the green light. Do what we want to. Like, we was waiting on I told you I heard Mario Kart that day, like, dun, 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 dun. You take off. That's where we at. Happy Sunday to be in places, environments where you work. It's a blessing for your family. You are building a legacy. You are focused on furthering the kingdom, right? But it's still business. It's still a learning. It's still literally iron sharpening iron to have leaders who tell you that they love you and you know they mean it, right? To be working alongside people who tell you they love you and you know they mean it. To be around people who are praying for you and not praying on you. I have gone through so much, and I will open up more about that experience when I'm allowed to, because right now I'm not allowed to. Like, I'm still, like working and stuff. But I know that's going to be another big part of my story. But he is showing me, like, messed over to blessed over. And there's a way that God does everything, right? and find stability in, that is the world. I'm choosing the kingdom over the world any and every day. Because when you choose the kingdom, you will get to be around God's children. When you choose the kingdom, you feel the love from the kingdom. You're furthering the kingdom. There's purpose. There's peace, right? But for those of us who are still in a place where it's not 100% the kingdom, right? He has not released you yet. Know that it's for a reason. I know He has planted me in other areas to be light. There are still things that I need to learn. There are still things that are going to help me grow. Okay? So, whatever season, just thank God and know that it gets better. This is the second time He's had me leave y'all with that. It gets better. Okay? Love y'all. Mucho. Okay? I got a lot of stuff to do today, but I wanted to share that with y'all because I don't know when I'll be able to do the reels and all that. So, see y'all in the next few uploads.